this service page on the left gets 5 clicks a month, while this generates 50 leads a month. The difference? It's not the design, it's not the budget. It's a handful of SEO tweaks that 99% of local businesses get wrong. Stop building service pages that are just digital brochures. They don't work. Google doesn't know how to rank them, and now AI assistants like ChatGPT and Perplexity have no idea how to cite them. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through the service page SEO framework to transform any underperforming service page into a lead generating magnet. I'll give you the precise structure, the content tweaks, and the linking strategy that Google pays attention to and gets your local business cited as a top provider by AI. Let's go. Now, before we get started, we need to understand the purpose of creating a service page because it is not being ranked on Google's local pack or even on Google Maps. It is part of the 10 blue links. Now, here's what people don't realize. Service pages allow your website to build local and service authority. The more you rank your service pages on local keywords, the higher your authority is. And if you just do some local searches, you'll realize that ranking service pages on a first page has correlation to appearing on Google's local pack. And think of it like this. If I ask you, are you a plumber? And you say yes, that is one signal. But if I ask you, can you fix the water heater? And you say yes. Then I ask, can you repair a sewer line? And you say yes. Then I ask about drain cleaning, pipe replacement, leak detection, and 25 more other specific things. And you say yes to all of them. Now I believe you are a plumber. This is exactly how Google thinks. Your homepage says that you are a plumber. Fine, but Google wants proof. Service pages are that proof. Each page is a signal that says, yes, we do this specific thing in this specific location, and here's how we do it. So with this understanding, let's talk about the first thing you need to do. Now, one service page alone will not move the needle. It is a combination of multiple service pages working together that builds the authority Google is looking for. When you create just one service page, let's say roof repair in Dallas, Google sees it, but it doesn't trust it yet. It has no depth, no proof. But when you create 30, 40, 50 service pages, each targeting a specific service you provide, Google starts to see a pattern. This is topical relevance. You are showing Google the full scope of what you do. For example, look at mrplumber.sg. It is a plumbing service company in Singapore, and this is the entire list of services they provide. They are split into 3 categories: plumbing chokes and repair, plumbing installation, and plumbing leaks. Each of these categories has a page of its own, such as this. And within each category, these are the individual service pages, and all these service pages together describe what the business is about. And I know your next question will be, I offer the same services in another location or multiple locations. So if I provide 30 services in 5 locations, should I be creating a total of 150 plus pages? And if I use RankMath, should I be using the location post types provided by RankMath's local SEO module? Let's talk about that. Take note, whatever that I'm sharing right now, if it doesn't align with how your pages are structured and your pages are already ranking on Google or Bing, do not change the structure. Leave it as it is. If it is working, don't break it. So here goes. There are 2 sides that we need to talk about. One is you are offering services and your employees or yourself will visit your customer's home or office to provide that service. And the other is like a restaurant or a storefront where your customers can visit. Now, when you turn on the local SEO module in RankMath and go to its settings, if you have selected the organization type, scroll down a little, and you turn on this use multiple location settings, you will see this new post type called RM locations on your WordPress menu. And here you can add the location pages, just like how you would creating any pages on WordPress. Now, just to be clear, the location post types for RankMath is for you to create specifically for your physical store. If you have, say, multiple restaurants, you will create one location page for each restaurant. But if you provide services and your customers do not visit your store, and you have multiple offices that provide services to different areas, then you would use the RM location post type to create a location page for your specific office. So for example, you are a plumber that provides services in Florida and you have multiple offices spread across Jacksonville, Miami, or Orlando. You would use the RM location post type to create pages to target your main business plus the location. So plumber in Jacksonville, plumber in Miami, and plumber in Orlando. And for the rest of the service pages, such as toilet bowl choke repair in Jacksonville, toilet bowl installation in Jacksonville, leaking pipe repair in Jacksonville, toilet bowl choke repair in Miami, toilet bowl choke repair in Orlando, and so on, you will create them as typical WordPress pages. So the RM location pages are meant specifically for your storefront or office with a physical address, because in the back end, there is a local schema applied to those pages. If you want to create service pages, you would use a typical WordPress page. Now, there are two methods you can apply to the combination of location and service pages. Assuming you have 5 office locations and you provide 30 services, one of the methods is the brute force method, which you already know. You create one page for every service plus service area, so there will be around 150 plus service pages together with the 5 location pages. The other method is just to create 5 location pages, then create 30 service pages without the service area. So there will be about 35 pages in total, and you internal link them accordingly. This is the efficient method. So which method you choose really depends on your market competition. If you are in a low to moderate competitive market, let's say that you are a plumber in a mid-sized city, the efficiency method is a smarter move. However, if you are in a highly competitive market, say your competitors are already using the brute force strategy and they have got 100, 150, 200 or more pages and they are ranking well on Google, then you would need to use the brute force strategy as well. It really depends on the competitive level. A good example of the efficient method is Mr. Handyman. You see, their services are segregated between residential and commercial services, and under each category hosts all the services they provide. And if you click on either one of the main services, these are all the specific services under that category. Let's click into either one of the service pages. And from here, you can see that they didn't include any location for the service page. It just targets the service name. And when you check out their store locations, all the location pages are here. Let's visit one of them. And as you scroll down, you will see the services the location provides, and it links back to the same service pages. So if your competitors are not using the brute force method, don't do it because it will save you a lot of time. So let's talk about the content structure for both the location pages and service pages, starting with the location page. So we have analyzed over 50 successful local business websites and found some common items and structure for both location and service pages. Let's start with the page structure for location pages first. For on-page elements, we found that 95.8% of all location pages will include a contact form. This is a no-brainer. 93.8% of location pages will contain localized content, so content that are specific to the service in the area, and then 91.7% of location pages include trust signals, which are visible reviews on the page. 89.6% of them list the areas served in the location pages, so if your location page is for Tampa, Florida, you will include areas such as Hillsborough County, Citrus County, etc. 85.4% of location pages will have a hero section, a section that includes lists of services, and this section is in 85.4% of location pages. 64.6% includes coupons and special offers, and 50% of those location pages will include an embedded map. So a typical location page will look something like this. Stay with me because in a while I will share with you a ChatGPT prompt to fill the content for your page, so stay tuned. Now in the hero section, it will usually contain a main service, such as if you are a plumber, then the main service will be plumber. Or if you are a locksmith, pet groomer or whatever, you will include the main service, not the specific service like pipe leakage, locked out, etc. And then you will include the location of your business, specifically the area where your business or your office is located. Following that, you want a subheading that quickly tells people what you are about. Something like providing reliable and affordable service solutions for homes and businesses. It just adds a little more context. And right below, you need a big obvious button, the call to action. Make it a clear command like get an estimate now or book your service. Don't be shy about it, you want them to click it. Okay, right after the hero, you hit them with the trust bar. This is super important. Before they even scroll, you need to show them you are legit. You put your Google star rating, the total number of reviews you have, like 1,247 reviews, and any certifications you have. If you are a diamond certified or have a Better Business Bureau A+ rating, put those badges right here. It immediately tells people, okay, these guys are real, and other people trust them. Next up is the services overview. In the hero, you mention your main service, like plumber. Here is where you break it down into specific things you do. So for a plumber, this will be drain cleaning, water heater repair, pipe leakage, and so on. Use simple icons for each one to make it easy to scan, and make sure each service links directly to its own detailed service page. This is great for both the user and for your SEO because it creates a clean site structure. And then this next section, which is localized content and proof, is huge for local SEO. You need to have content that is unique to this specific city or area. Talk about how long you have been serving this city or area since year. Write a couple of paragraphs about your connection to the community. This is also where you put real photos from jobs you have done in that area. Don't use stock photos here. Show your team, your vans, and the actual work. It proves you are actually there. Following that, it's time to get the lead. You need a simple, clear form. All you need is their name, phone, email, and maybe a drop down of what service they need. The button should be a strong call to action, like request estimate. Put a border around it, make it stand out. The whole point of this page is to get this form filled out, so make it easy for them. Next, more social proof, but this time is more detailed. You want to feature 2 to 3 testimonials from customers in a specific city. When a visitor from Austin sees a review from someone else in Austin, it's way more powerful. Include their code, their name, and their city. It makes it feel personal and real. Following that, the areas we serve. This is another big one for local SEO. In this section, you list out all the smaller neighborhoods, suburbs, and specific communities within the main city that you serve. For example, if your location page is for Austin, you list out South Congress, Zilker, Round Rock, etc. Ideally, each of these would include a clickable link to an even more specific page, but just listing them is a great start. And finally, this is optional. And take note, this might slow down your page, hence half the businesses will not include it. But anyway, you embed a Google map showing your service area. You can either put a pin on your office location, or if you are a service area business, draw a boundary showing how far you can travel. It's a great visual confirmation for the user that you serve in their area. Now, if you do not want to embed a map, afraid that it will slow down your site, you can add an optimized image of the map. That will work as well. So this is how the location pages should be structured. Now let's talk about the page structure for a service page. Alright, let's break down the service page. A lot of sections here are similar in nature to the location page, so I won't go into crazy details on those. I'll just walk you through the structure and focus on what's new or different. Now, the hero section for the service page is really important. The structure is similar, but the content is different. Your H1 heading needs to be laser focused on a specific service. So instead of just plumber, it's gonna be professional drain cleaning services or emergency water heater repair. You are telling the search engines and AI, as well as the user, exactly what this page is about. Right below that, your subheading needs to address the customer's immediate problem and offer your main benefit, something like fast, reliable drain cleaning with upfront pricing, same-day service available, etc. You are hitting their pain point. They have a clog and you give them a reason to trust you, upfront pricing and fast service. And just like before, you need a big prominent CTA button that's relevant to the service, like schedule your drain cleaning. And then the service introduction. This is your opening paragraph. It's a quick intro that defines the service and explain why it's important. You want to immediately connect with the person reading it. Talk about their problem, show that you understand, and briefly mention how you can solve it. This is where you start to build that initial trust for this specific service. Next is the problem solution section. This is a really powerful section. You're gonna list out 3 to 4 of the most common issues people have that require this service. For drain cleaning, it will be things like slow drains, recurring clogs, or bad odors. For each problem, you describe the symptoms and then explain your specific solution. You're basically saying, I know exactly what you're dealing with, and here's exactly how I'm gonna fix it. It shows expertise and builds a ton of confidence. And then next is the detailed service information section. This is where you do the deep dive. You have hooked them, now you give them all the details. You can break this down into a few subsections with H3 headings. Talk about your process, the specific equipment you use, like hydrojetting or video camera inspection, and what the customer can expect from the start to finish. This is your chance to really show off your knowledge and separate yourself from the competition who just have a generic page. Following that, the Why Choose Us section. This is similar to the location page, but you want to tailor it to the service. If you're talking about water heater repair, you might highlight your 2-year warranty on all repairs or your certified technicians for all major brands. It's all about giving them a reason to choose you for this specific job. Following that, you add a lead capture form. Same concept as before. Keep it simple and make it easy for them to contact you. Then you have the customer testimonials. Again, same idea, but these reviews should be from customers who use this specific service. A review about a great drain cleaning job is way more powerful than a general review. And then the FAQ section. This section is super important for service pages. You need to answer the most common questions people have before they even have to ask. Think about what you get asked all the time on the phone. How much does it cost? How long does it take? Is it better to do X or Y? Answer these questions on a page saves you time and builds a massive amount of trust. It shows that you are transparent and you're not hiding anything. If you have trouble figuring out the FAQs for your specific service, just Google it. Now there are two methods. The first is, you see I've Googled professional drain cleaning services. I did not include the location. And usually as you scroll down, you will see a people also ask section right here. Now you can expand each of these questions, and the more you expand, the more questions will appear. Simply pick a couple of different questions and answer them on your service page. The other method is to search for your service, plus your location, and then the FAQ. And you will probably see an AI overview that will show you all the FAQs. If you don't see this, just switch the search to the AI mode, and you will see the most relevant FAQ related to your service and location. Alright, back to the service page structure. After the FAQ section, you will have a related service section. If your client is on the drain cleaning page, you might link to silver line repair or video pipe inspection. This is great for two reasons. It helps your customers find other services they might need, and it's fantastic for your SEO because it creates strong internal links between your pages. Alright, now that we have the page structure, let me provide you with a prompt for you to write the content for your service page. So check this out. This is an incredibly long prompt and it will serve your purpose. I've split them up into a couple of steps. The first step is for you to describe what your business is targeting and allowing ChatGPT to collect some specific details about your business. And then I ask it to analyze and identify all the entities related to your business so that it can write with entity SEO in mind, which is important for the AI to read. Following that, we ask it to simulate the most common people also ask questions. And then the next step is to generate the service page structure and the content, and this aligns with the structure that we have talked about. As you can see, there are a total of 9 sections. And finally, we ask it to optimize the content based on a checklist so that it is SEO and AI ready, and then some context. Now the thing is, you only need to input your business information and direction on step 1. Replace all these square brackets with your business information and you are ready to go. And check this out. First, it has identified the core entities of your specific service, the common problems, the methods and techniques, and then systems and components, then the location-specific entities, the related service entities, and the trust and authority entities. Following that, it has selected the people also ask questions. Personally, I would prefer to do my own research on Google for the FAQs, but this is a good starting point. And following that, the complete service page content. It has written all the content for sections that we have talked about in this video. Of course, you do not copy word for word for your service page. You've got to fact check and see if the content fits your business goals. And as you can see, it is really comprehensive. The content that is generated is already optimized based on the checklist we have provided. And then finally, we have the meta title, description, and the recommended URL slug. Alright, now that you have the structure and the means to create your service page, you should also focus on serving your customers well, be it replying to every of your Google Business Profile comments, actually providing the service to the highest standard, and sharing your work knowledge with your customers if they are interested. Add photos with actual people, be it your service staff performing the service or a photo of you with your customer. Then make sure that it is easy for your customers to make a booking with you, be it through the Google Business Profile or through your website. And that means making sure that your site is mobile friendly. These are the things that actually move the needle for local SEO. It is not about some SEO tweaks, but genuinely making your customers happy. Anyway, let us know in the comments if the prompt works for you, and if it does, do smash that thumbs up. Our channel is all about helping you grow your brand authority and visibility, and if you haven't subscribed to us yet, consider doing so. This is Jack from Rank Math. I'll see you in the next video.